Good morning, radio listeners. You're tuned in to 90.3 WMSC, Upper Montclair, New Jersey. In case you just woke up, just tuned in, this is the Morning Buzz. But wait, it's not just any Morning Buzz. It is the super special holiday edition of the Morning Buzz. I am super excited. I have a whole just crazy cast of characters today. Like I said, I'm your host, Ryan Trick, and we are going to be getting into it. Happy Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah to everybody out there, or happy nothing if you don't celebrate anything. I guess happy snow day, because we got
happy Festivus.
Yeah, happy Festivus. We got
Happy
like 10,000 feet of snow in the past 36 hours. I don't know the statistics, but I was probably close on it.
Those sound about right.
It sounds about right. So we're going to get right into it. We got a fun show for you today. First and foremost is my wonderful Friday co-host,
Leslie Gallagher. Hello, everyone. Good morning.
As well as my assistant producer and lovely Monday co-host,
Amanda Marino.
And then also joining us in our virtual studio is the terrific cast of the Tuesday Buzz, host, board op, and fellow graduate-to-be,
Philippe Costa.
As well as the legendary Tuesday co-host,
Tara Cicchetti.
And to round out today's crew, we, of course, have our news contributors,
Kenny Horn.
And Lauren Small.
As well as our resident sportscaster,
Trent Freeman.
And the person we definitely didn't steal from the Montclarian, also known as
Thomas Nera.
Thomas Nera. Well, thank you for joining me, everybody, on this crazy thing. We kind of threw this together last minute. I think I sent an announcement out early this week, but we're going to make it work.
It was not super well planned, but it's fine.
We're making it work, Leslie.
We'll do it live. We'll do it live.
Exactly. Philippe knows what's up.
Anyways, today we're going to be talking about some holiday news, of course, and we'll be rounding out the show with some goodbyes from our Morning Buzz graduating cast members. But to kick off the show, here is Lauren Small with her newscast.
Thank you, Leslie. The New York Times reports that at 8 a.m. today, Mike Pence will be receiving the coronavirus vaccine live on television in hopes of reassuring those who are skeptic of the vaccine. In world news, more than 1,000 people on a Tokyo highway were stuck overnight in their cars in a 9-mile-long traffic jam. CNN reports that as of a few hours ago, there are still nearly 1,000 cars stuck, with snow piling atop their cars. In New Jersey, the state has now joined a bipartisan coalition of 38 attorneys general in suing Google for allegedly violating antitrust laws. The coalition claims that Google used anti-competitive tactics to maintain its monopoly in the markets of general search engines. For weather in Montclair, the high is a brisk 30 with a low of just 9 degrees. There's a 10% chance of snow with 66% humidity.
More snow. That's what I want to see. Right?
100%.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not 100%, Tara. 10% chance of snow.
Fair. Yeah. 100% want, 10% chance of getting it.
Yeah. 100% reason to remember the name.
Nice old
Nicely
school.
done. Well played.
How old is that song?
Oh, it's very old, and technically Fort Minor is still a thing. They put out a song a couple of years ago too. It was good. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
I believe it.
100% chance to remember the weather. It is absolutely nightmarishly frozen out, but I am very excited for the snow. I like the winter. I like the snow.
Same here.
It wasn't too bad yesterday, because I remember after we shoveled up early in the morning, my little cousin came over, so we took her outside to play in the snow, made a snowman, did the whole 9 yards, and it wasn't too bad. The sun outside obviously helped, because as soon as the sun's blaring down on you, everything feels a lot warmer. I got stuck in the snow several times with 1 foot in and 1 foot kind of crouched up, trying not to break my leg. But it's really cold today in comparison.
It is wicked cold out. Please, if you're driving out, listening to the show in the car, or at your home and you're planning on driving, please be safe. Watch for ice and stuff. I know they salted the heck out of the roads before it snowed. Just be careful. Be careful of ice. It's not great. It's not
really
great when it freezes over.
But let's move to this interesting story. This is from WPTV. The article is titled, Well, I'm going to ask a question for everyone on the buzz. Do you expect to find anything in your tree aside from maybe some bugs, some leaves, a couple pine cones?
No. Maybe the Christmas pickle.
What,
I don't know if you
what-
guys
No one
do-
knows what that
wait,
is.
Wait,
Maybe
wait,
like a
hang
squirrel.
Christmas
Okay,
pickle.
well, guys,
What
I don't
is
know
a
about.
Christmas pickle?
That's what I'm saying.
The
Is it
Christmas
Rick?
pickle.
Is it Pickle
Oh,
Rick
cool,
inside
if I
the
know
tree?
that.
No, so the Christmas pickle, right? But real quick sidebar. The Christmas pickle is a little decoration. It's a little pickle that you hide in the tree. The parents will hide it in the tree early Christmas morning before the kids get up, and the
Mhm.
first person in the house to find the Christmas pickle on the tree gets to open their presents first. It's the Christmas pickle.
I thought it was going to be something bad, like the first one to find the Christmas pickle gets like coal for Christmas.
Jesus.
Then there would be no
set on
incentive.
Then there would
fire.
yeah,
and
there would be no
There-
point in
There's no
finding it.
incentive to
They
find
just
the Christmas pickle.
they burn your presents in front
Yeah,
of
they're
you
just
until
like,
it's
oh,
nothing
you got
but
the
charcoal.
pickle.
Philippe, I was gonna say my cat hides in my Christmas tree, and that's
Mine
a
does
good
too.
thing.
That is
No.
Mine too.
very similar, but
No, it's
a little
not.
different.
No,
So
it
this
is
article from-
definitely not similar.
This article from WPTV, West Palm Beach's NBC affiliate, is titled "Raccoon Makes Surprise Appearance in Woman's Christmas Tree."
Oh, God.
Thursday morning, Aubrey Iacobelli was woken up by her dog growling at 4:15 a.m. Quote, "I have a doggy door and my dog sleeps right in front of that dog door. I heard her going in and out all night. I wake up and I hear her barking outside," said Iacobelli. She asked her Amazon Echo device to turn on the lights and saw her dog was staring at the Christmas tree. She went to grab a frying pan after seeing that there was an animal that she thought was a cat in the tree. Turns out it was a raccoon.
You gotta come correct with the frying pan. Those things are dangerous weapons in the right hands.
It's true.
This is a satisfying bonk on the head of anyone that gets hit with one.
No,
of
it's
them.
very true.
So-
You ever see Tangled?
Exactly.
Yeah,
She wields
exactly.
that thing.
Or
So-
Tom and Jerry.
My question being, I would assume this Christmas tree was in her house for at least 24 hours at a minimum. She had to have probably decorated it and stuff. Are you telling me she didn't see this raccoon, or did the raccoon just wander in through like the doggy door?
Yeah,
That
I'm
was my
thinking-
question as well.
I'm thinking it wandered in because raccoons are devious. They scheme. They get in
Yeah.
places where they're not supposed to. They have their little thieving hands. So I can only assume they got in.
Little
But
trash
sh-
pandas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trash bin.
So the creature finally came out of the tree and revealed itself. Iacobelli and her dog spotted the raccoon inside of the tree. The dog jumped towards it, knocking over the tree. Quote, "The raccoon ran away from freedom, jumped on my chandelier where it swung there for like 30 minutes," she said. She chased it around her house for an hour and finally went back outside using the dog door it used to enter the house in the first place.
There you go.
She said her advice to others in similar situations is call animal control. Don't try to do this on your own. Just laugh at yourself. That's all you can do. So yeah, the raccoon.
Hold on. No, not so. Yeah, okay. I got questions.
Well, I was just gonna say, the raccoon was just, hanging out and then running around, and you just hear yakety sax playing the entire time.
I'm talking about this thing had the presence of mind to not just leave, but jump to the chandelier
I mean,
and start platforming. Like, this is wild.
look, sometimes you panic, and that's the first thing you do. I know very
Yeah,
well that
you
I've
don't.
had-
Have you ever had a situation in your life like that, Phil, where you panic and like you're really anxious and you're like, "Get the chandelier, get it, grab it." And you just-
What's you think of the first thing to do, and your mind might not necessarily be thinking logically, so you just
Yeah.
kind of that.
In this animal's mind, it was threatened, and like he's like, "Okay, I guess I gotta go up." But like the visual of that is just so funny to me.
Yeah. That's
like-
awesome.
Miley Cyrus on a
Woman
wrecking ball.
swing-
See,
Yeah.
I wanted to see that this raccoon, like, because the way you were describing the whole, like, raccoon getting out of the tree and stuff, I imagine it almost like the scene in Elf when he, like, tries to go hug the raccoon. Do you know what I mean? Like, he,
I
yeah.
imagine it as a mixture of that and then him jumping on the tree and the tree falling.
Yeah, it's
I
a
was
little bit of
whole-
everything.
I was also thinking of that scene from was it Christmas Vacation with the squirrel in the tree?
Yep.
Yeah, I saw that movie for the first time recently, and that's the
Oh
first
my
thing I
God.
thought of when I saw this story.
Yeah.
The first time that I saw that movie, I was in tears. Like, I don't think you couldn't tell me that there was anything funnier than that movie the first time I saw it.
While this
It's
woman is swinging for the fences with a frying pan. Like,
she's swinging like the big Bambino, ready to hit the frying.
she's swinging like Big Bobby Ortiz, like she's going at this thing.
And the best part is it was at like 4:15 in the morning. So can you imagine if she like lived in like a townhouse or like a condo or something and you heard like someone like running around like
Yeah, it's just like you're sleeping here, screaming, dog barking. Then you hear a chandelier going crazy and a frying pan hitting things. At that point, you know, like I've heard weird sounds from my neighbors, and at that point, I wake up for a second and I'm like, not today.
Not worth it. Not today. I'm gonna go back to sleep. Yeah, exactly.
Get to live another day, neighbors.
Implying-
you bought yourself another day of freedom.
Oh Lord.
wait,
Exactly.
Kenny, Lauren, you guys have been a little quiet. Tell us what you think.
What do you think?
I was thinking exactly of Christmas Vacation because I love that movie. That's my favorite Christmas movie. I can't believe you haven't seen it until now.
You know, what can I say?
Ugh.
But it is a fantastic movie. It's a great scene too, because it really does remind me of this, because the dog in the story, you said the dog was like chasing around the raccoon, right, Philippe?
Yeah, so the dog was barking at it, and as soon as it leapt out of the tree, the dog like ran after it, knocked over the tree, and that's the point the raccoon
By the way,
jumped
was
onto
the
the
dog, did
chandelier.
you say the dog's name was Freedom?
No.
I
She said the raccoon ran away from its freedom.
Oh, I thought you said the raccoon ran away from freedom. I was like, yo,
Oh.
that's an awesome name for a dog. That's such an American name.
Oh Lord.
Such a
No.
Merkin name.
It's
Merkin.
Merkin. It's a Merkin dog.
Merkin.
But like in Christmas Vacation, they do the same thing. Like the squirrel jumps out of the tree, and the dog starts chasing it around the house and like wrecking stuff.
It's wild. It's crazy. And raccoons are devious little creatures. You know,
That's true.
they look cute from afar, but as soon as they start
They
messing
got
with
little
your stuff,
hands. They got
they
little
have they
mitts.
do have
Yeah.
little hands, and that's a
They're
little
so-
unsettling.
Yeah.
It's unsettling.
It's honestly so cute though. Like recently, like this is a little sidebar, but like my YouTube has been like recommending me weird things, and I actually had someone recommend me like these videos of this raccoon. They're like, this person owns a raccoon. They owned two.
Same.
I saw those.
Oh, wait, do you know what I'm
Okay.
talking about, Leslie?
Yeah.
Tito the raccoon?
Yes, I saw the one where they had him try all these different chips.
Chips?
and
Yeah, he does.
was
So
for it.
this person owns a raccoon. I've seen this video. So basically, for those listening, this person owns like it's like one or two raccoons.
They had two, and then one of them died, I
Yeah.
think. So they have one of them, but
and
with
they
like
have-
a lot of other pets too, like dogs and cats and things
Oh yeah,
like
they have a
that.
lot of weird pets. But like they did this video where they have two, and they like sports cast it too. It's like really awesome. But they have like two open bags of chips, and they have the raccoon go up and try the different chips to see preference.
This has bored in a pandemic written all over it.
Well, like it was interesting there, and it had like a lot of views. Like I think it was up like for a while, and there was one day where they had them like jumping over toilet paper.
See, I've seen those with cats and dogs, and cats.
No,
take
it's like a
1
whole
second.
Yeah.
Oh my
whole
God.
thing about Tito the raccoon.
I want that raccoon.
It's
Yeah,
classic.
right.
But, like,
I've
One of
seen
my
it.
two.
But see, like I always hear they're like evil. Like what did you say? The evil version of a panda earlier? or
No,
something,
the trash
Ryan?
panda.
Like,
Called trash pandas.
They root through your garbage.
No, yeah, like they're like trash pandas, and I heard they are mean. So like the fact that this person had it in their house, like I'd be like,
They're like
I'd be
tame.
concerned.
They're
Nah,
well, I
they're
mean,
like
if you
tame.
most animals, especially smaller animals, if you can take them indoors and you can have them from a young age, yes, you can tame them to a certain degree. Obviously, you can't take a lion or a tiger into your home and keep it as a pet.
Well, I mean, we
Tell
saw that this
tell
year.
that the
with-
joke's out of.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But if you
By
have,
the way, I'm sorry, Phil. You finish what you gotta say.
I was just gonna say, but like people will tend to have things like foxes or ferrets, which are normally a little less normal as pets, because those can be tamed to the point of like a dog. There aren't really issues of people having like, oh yeah, my fox went crazy and started killing people or biting me. Like, no, my fox maybe got a little antsy from moving to a new home, but that's really about it. What were you gonna say, Tara?
It was all good until he started burning down buildings left, right, and center. It just got real mad, and we're done with it. But like, I was just gonna say, it does not feel like Tiger King was this year.
No,
Mhm.
it really
That
feels
feels like a memory.
Yeah.
It was Tiger King back to back with that documentary about Aaron Hernandez. that like weird liminal space.
Oh, I
right in the
forgot
beginning of
about
the
that.
pandemic. Yeah, I saw
Oh,
those back to
whoa.
back while playing like I think it was like Doom 2016. So every time I play
Yeah.
that game, it's kind of like Tigers on the Mind, and I'm like, I can't.
No, yeah, Tara, actually, it's funny. We actually talked about it on our 12 Days to Christmas. Actually, Kenny and Josh and I, and that's just a plug to tune in to the rest of the 12 Days to Christmas, as there's still more fun to come.
But
Yeah.
they talked about that. They talked about all kinds of streaming things that came out,
Mm-hmm.
and I listened to it too. And it was like a fever dream listening to it because I just kept going, "Wait, that was this year?"
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
a phase. It's like a phase of the quarantine. It was like I feel like we had all these phases of like Tiger
Oh,
King
yeah.
was a phase. There was like
One of my
I think-
favorite phases, and I was going back through old because we got hello overlords at the FCC. We're doing your logs, so don't worry, we'll turn that in. But I was doing the FCC log with Amanda, and we were going through old episodes, and I remembered one social media post that kind of reminded me of a phase in quarantine. I saw somebody on Twitter or something just posted, "Did we skip the Murder Hornets? Because it feels like we skipped the Murder Hornets."
They showed up and kind of disappeared, and scientists were like, "Oh, it wasn't a big deal." I know some poor sap in Portugal ended up getting killed by a murder hornet, and
Yeah, I
then
was
they
gonna
just
say, you
immediately
can't-
torched them.
You can't call them Murder Hornets if they don't like end up killing anybody, right?
Murder?
I love that The Simpsons called it though.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's
are
literally
very
an
prescient.
episode
They call
where there's
everything.
like a
They call
pandemic
everything.
situation, and then someone
And
lets
then
loose
Hornets, yeah.
murder hornets. Yeah, like they called it.
wow,
think
that's
that-
actually something I think I remember
Yeah.
too. Is that we actually talked about that on the Buzz too? That Simpsons episode. That just is how long this time has gone. I
The-
forgot we
oh,
talked about
the-
it.
Simpsons has a history of that. They do that
Does.
all the time.
And it's creepy.
They
It's alarming.
Like, yeah.
It is disturbing how accurate their jokes are.
The ant colony Facebook page was probably one of the wildest ones.
Was that 2020 as well? Oh my god, it was.
Wait, did you guys talk about that on your 5th day of the Days to Christmas?
No,
No.
I forgot about that one.
You should have talked
we had
about
a
it.
lot.
We had a lot,
of
though.
choice stories for
The
this
man
year.
who gets harassed by delivery people for 9 years.
But
was
wait,
probably
for
the-
any
I believe
For
that's
any-
coming out on Sunday, right? Your day
Should
5
be.
on the countdown. They would
It
go over
should
the,
be.
what is it, the 5 funniest stories or 5 of the funniest stories in 2020.
Yeah, it
For-
should be because there was so much just to cover in terms of news. You know, obviously the more serious stuff, but the crazier stuff. You know, from the very beginning of the pandemic, that truck that overturned and ended up torching a bunch of toilet paper.
Paper.
Which, as we went back to look at it, and you can listen to this on the episode, turns out it was just like restaurant and business grade toilet paper. So consumer grade toilet paper was saved.
It was like that half ply.
There was a lot of
Half
bathroom-based
ply.
Philippe, but for our listeners that didn't know what you were talking about with that ant colony thing that you just
You're
mentioned,
better off,
you need
listeners.
Yeah.
Listeners, you're far better off, but now we need to ruin you like we've been ruined.
It was a Facebook page where everyone was an ant in a colony,
I hate it.
and you just kind of reply with "for the queen" and food and just like little
Like,
weird phrases. Munch.
like Carrie's
Why?
leaf. Like they would just type. That's how they would type with each other, and that's all this Facebook page was.
The thing with that too is I'm not fully convinced that that's just a pandemic thing. I feel like at some point that would happen in regular.
They're covering
time.
it up during the
that gives me-
pandemic.
You people plan this.
The
That was
pandemic was a
totally
perfect
serious
time.
Ugandan Knuckles vibes.
Yeah,
Oh,
right. I was
God.
just
For the
thinking it's very
Queen.
Ugandan Knuckles vibes.
Was that this year too?
No,
No, I
that
think
was
that was
last year. That was
last year.
2019.
I fully lost track. The meme
Yeah.
timeline
That was
is
like-
so blurred in my head now. Like
That was a fun bookmark in like the history of the world, though.
Ugandan Knuckles and VR
Yeah.
chat. Yeah,
Oh,
that
God.
was,
VR chat's still a thing. People are
It
doing.
is.
People
It
are still
is.
doing it.
That's what I'm looking forward to. If I end up like after Christmas getting VR, that's the first thing I'm gonna do is just go screw around in some weird VR chat.
Just do Among Us. That's all you got to do.
Exactly. Or we just play Among Us.
WMSC Among Us game.
It's true. We had that. We had that
Oh, we
during
did.
the holiday party. Yeah, that was fun. I got killed first round both times, but I'm not mad. We're gonna move
Who
on
was
to
the
our
best
next story.
liar? Who was
Yeah,
the
we're
best?
gonna move on to
real
another
quick. Who was the
holiday.
best liar?
Who is the best liar? Well, I
Out of the
would have
WMSC
been.
staff.
Okay,
would
not
say
gonna lie.
Josh.
If you play Among Us with Ryan, Ryan is very good at lying. He's really good.
What does that say about Ryan though? Let's dig into
listen.
that.
Hey, now, don't go accusing me. But like my favorite thing is my best friend Nick. I've known him for 9 years. Literally 9 years. He refuses to play Among Us with me. I have to talk him into it because he hates how good I am at lying. I sound no different.
Oh no, I mean it's always worse when you're involved friends, especially in games that have lying. Because I fully
Phil, you would know nothing about that, right?
I've fully lied to a point in a game of one of the Jackbox games that Tara began to question something that happened in our past in high school, and I had to go afterwards and be like, "Look, I'm really sorry. That actually did happen. I wasn't making you question your memory."
Oh my god!
I won the game
Hey,
at the cost of trauma.
At what cost?
But
At what cost?
I think we've gone way off track. But
We're gonna get
Yeah,
back
we were
on
talking
track
about a
here.
raccoon and a Christmas tree, and then all of a sudden we were
we went
betraying the trust of your friendships. You know,
Go
normal
Exotic
stuff.
got mentioned.
normal.
we're gonna get back on track here. Our next story is a fun one. So a family in New Jersey won $50,000 on ABC's The Great Christmas Light Fight for their Christmas decorations.
Good show.
And the story is wild. I also have some like video here too that I'll pull up in a sec. But basically, families from Hamilton, New Jersey, the Martell family, they basically put up an insane amount of lighting and decorations to create what they call Martell's Christmas Wonderland, and it won them $50,000 and a trophy on the ABC show that aired on Wednesday. It was actually recorded last year, and they aired it this year. But it's still up this year, surprisingly, too. It's just social distancing is required. They say no mask, no entry. So, I mean, just huge props to them.
Mhm.
The family's been putting up the display for the past 35 years, which includes a bunch of homemade decorations, like a giant light-up ball that says Merry Christmas, which floats above their driveway. He made it like by hand out of like PVC pipe.
It's the Traveler.
A 20-foot tall mega tree. It's not really a tree. It's a flagpole that they drape lights like down from, so it kind of looks like a tree. And this part gets me, and I'm going to pull this video up so y'all can see this for those of you tuning in on Facebook or watching on YouTube afterwards. He built a mini Ferris wheel.
Oh my god!
And he
Can you
put
ride
it
mini
in
Ferris
Tara's
wheel? One does.
face. So I'm gonna
No big deal.
yeah, they go pretty hard. And I know we have a place like this in Montclair too. But let me share my screen here.
Yeah, I think
Pretty well.
Tara and Philippe actually talked about it on the Tuesday show during
Mhm.
Halloween, but they actually have Christmas decorations up now. So
No.
Oh, that
oh, the
house-
dentist.
The dentist house.
Yeah.
That
So-
house is a very different story.
Yeah, and I mean that's crazy. So they have this whole walkthrough thing on their backyard that people can go, and you see it's a Ferris wheel.
can you actually ride the Ferris wheel though? That's
No,
my question.
no,
it's-
no, you
oh,
cannot.
it's not real.
Well,
okay.
I don't think it's
You
OSHA.
can't ride it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
look
but
at how
he-
fast it's going.
I didn't see that before. Okay.
If you were
Put a couple
riding that,
children.
that would be terrifying.
No, true. That would be nauseating. Like,
Oh, and also
I
for
think
any,
that would be problematic.
for anybody that isn't that isn't watching on Facebook already, we are streaming on Facebook the video. It was brought to us by NJ.com, and if you
Yeah.
can't tune in right now, it should be up on YouTube later today.
Exactly. And I mean, it is beautiful. They have like small animatronic dolls. They have all of these like miniature houses that kids can walk past and kind of poke their heads in. It really is like it's worth 50,000. It's worth a $50,000 prize. I can almost
yeah.
guarantee you they've spent
$50,000.
they probably spent $50,000 making it.
And then
I would-
probably more with the electric.
Exactly.
Oh,
that light
gosh,
bill
yeah.
is not good. It's not going to be pretty.
I will say, I did go to the drive-through Christmas light thing going on at PNC Bank.
Oh,
Arts
me
Center.
too. Me too.
It was an insane wait. Like
Yeah.
we were there for hours waiting to get in, but it was still beautiful and well handled. They kind of they'd never let you open the window until they wanted you to read your ticket and everything. But it was great. It was great. It was a lot of fun to look at. We had the unfortunate issue where one of the parts of the of the whole drive-through thing, the generator went off. So like the set of lights on the right side of the little path where you walk up from one of the parking lots ended up just going out like that. So it was a little unfortunate, but overall it was pretty great to watch. I will say, when I heard Christmas light fight, I kind of imagined actual fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah, now the title's a little misleading.
People wrapping
Yeah.
lights around their hand like brass knuckles.
Boxing. Yeah. No, that'd be awesome. But no,
I
it's
kind
My
of
display
wanted.
is the best, Barbara.
yeah, exactly.
I kind of wanted like
the Karens of the
a
neighborhood duking it out.
Right. I
like
would
a
love that. I would
like
watch
Deadliest
that.
Warrior, but with a Christmas elf and some other kind of.
And Krampus.
Yeah, it's Santa versus Krampus on Deadliest Warrior.
Oh God, whatever.
Or like a
happened to that
Wipeout
show?
style course.
that show
with
is the
like
best.
Christmas lights.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah.
You know,
Like
I think
Wipeout.
it's I think it's a little fun though if we go back to a little bit of the light story. That even this year,
Yeah,
that-
light story.
'Cause
It's
it's
light
if
news.
we
Yeah,
if we
'cause- lights. Yeah.
light,
Same
right?
wavelength.
But anyway, what I was gonna say was that I think even just at the fact that they still put it up this year and
Mhm.
still allowed people to come and visit, and it's like the little bit of positivity that we need in the world this year of just being able to go see lights and
Mhm.
have fun time with our family. Like, Philippe, wasn't that a night out for you and your family to go out to the PNC thing? Like, it was just a night
Yeah.
to like get out of your house and feel like there was some level of normal, even though it wasn't the most, I don't know, normal thing you could probably do is ride around in
We-
like a line.
we packed up my aunt's Jeep, which has 2 extra seats in the back, so we were able to fit 7 people in. It was like my mom, both my aunts, my uncle, my sister, and my little cousin, all of us together. So it was fun. We messed around a lot. We were hanging out there and just talking and everything. We got a little antsy at one point because we were waiting for almost close to 3 hours just to get in. But once we got in, it was pretty fun. We took some pictures and everything. It was a nice thing to do, and we're a little more lucky in the sense that we're able to see each other a little more often. We live right down the road from each other, like a 5-minute drive at most. So we have that extra bit of just almost privilege to be able to see each other despite everything going on. But the light show was fun. I mean, I think it was $25 for us to get in, which is not too bad, to be quite honest. They also sell food there. So you can stop by and pick up some hot chocolate, some cookies.
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
Is it
liked
like
that one.
overpriced food though?
Oh yeah, it's
It
PNC Bank Arts Center.
Yeah, I was gonna
I was
say it's
about to
like
say,
it's a
it's probably-
concert venue.
It's a concert venue. You're gonna be
$10 for a shot of hot chocolate.
$10 to exist.
$10 for a bottle of water usually.
Oh, God.
But
Yikes.
yeah, but no, I thought that was fun, and I also know that Six Flags was doing something too. They were doing like a little light drive-through thing on the weekdays, I think. Yeah,
I
weekdays.
believe so.
But so I think it's fun that everybody's kind of trying to find like a little bit of the positivity and making things work in the year of 2020. I know everybody wants this year to be over. Unfortunately, when 2021 starts, it doesn't mean all our problems from 2020 are completely gone.
I literally keep saying that. I'm like,
But-
oh, good
Yeah.
thing that once 2021 starts, it'll be the same.
COVID just expires, right?
Yeah, no.
The
But-
contract expires. The cap is off the books. You're good.
It'll be
But-
easier to track time though, because we'll only be like 1 month into 2021. I feel like it's impossible to track time in 2020.
But then it'll hit February and be like, wait, it's February.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
February,
blink. It's
wait,
gonna be
I'm
March
starting
again.
school
Like,
in February.
hold on.
What?
Yeah.
February 8th?
It's crazy. It's like, and I think to speak to that, the radio has been something that's helped out all of us keep some level of scheduling and everything, even when we had to, the Buzz has been one of the only consistently live shows we've been able to do, and and news shows as well, and to be able to have our own shows, have a schedule like we'll record on this day and then the episode goes up on this day for the initial and the rerun for that one. Radio has been something that we've been able to keep in touch with people and keep some semblance of normalcy, even if it had to be adapted to the pandemic life. So
Yeah.
Between stuff like that, there has been some things keeping us sane for at least enough to get through the day.
Yeah, and kind of to speak on that too, I just want to have, so again, for those of you who are listening, you might not be able to tell, but for those of you who are watching, you might have noticed none of us are in studio right now. And I just want to give like a huge, enormous shout out to Adam, who is quietly in the background taking us
man.
to air because we can't go into studio because campus closed for snow. Like it's frozen, snowed over, whatever. So
And even beforehand, when we were doing this, when we first started in the, when this all went down in the spring semester and then into the summer,
yeah,
him and Annabella have been putting in work to keep us on air, doing the most that they can, and really sacrificing a lot of time and effort and energy for us. And we want to thank, the two of them especially for keeping things going, because otherwise, WMSC wouldn't be chugging along right now. We'd be kind of in the dark, and people wouldn't be listening to anything but automation.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And it's like, yeah, sure. You turn on the radio and kind of peel back the curtain for people who regularly listen to radio. Most of what you listen to on radio is probably automation or pre-recorded. It's as simple as that. But, for a news show, you can't really pre-record a news show because if
Stories
something
break.
drops 10 minutes before the show that's big, we'll put it in the script. We've had things drop mid-show that we talk about. And it's stuff like that. Like you can't pre-record a news show, which is just how that works. And it's awesome that, we've had the technology. We're like one of the only we're one of a handful of college stations to actually had continued live programming throughout the pandemic, like
Factual
at the
truth.
start of the pandemic, like actual live to air programming.
Without having to be in the studio, because the people like Adam and Annabella are just that on it.
Yeah, they're just awesome.
You're
And I
very
think
lucky.
Looking on the other side of it, not even just like radio, like keeping with the scheduling and how amazing they are, but like even the fact that I got to meet so many people and all of us got to meet more people and interact with people on this Zoom platform. Like Philippe, I didn't know you before this quarantine.
We've never, I don't
Yeah.
think we've ever met in person.
Me, Tara,
at this
I didn't know
point.
you either. And I think
I-
that's like super fun that like now we've all built these connections and these bonds over Zoom that like I don't want to make this like emotional and stuff, but this is like kind of like emotional and
Leave
it's
that
kind
for
of
the
a
last
nice.
time.
Why are you trying
No,
to
I
make
know,
people
Save the
I know.
emotions for the
5:30
end.
on a Friday morning?
Save the emotions for
But
the end of the
basically what I
show.
want to say is that like I don't know if you all feel the same way, but I feel like it's been a nice outlet to just even have communication with people that maybe I haven't been able to interact with. Like if this didn't happen, I wouldn't be able to know half of you, most of you.
I agree.
Very
So-
much so.
Anyways,
Yeah.
I mean,
let's
I've
go.
never
Anyways.
stepped foot in a radio station.
Yeah, isn't that wild too? That there's those instances like that where like you might have. Me and Leslie were in the studio all of like 5 times before the pandemic hit.
Yep, just about.
Yeah.
I've never even seen it.
Yeah,
That's true.
it's crazy. There's fireworks. There's a hot dog machine. I'm kidding. It
Yeah.
looks
Once in a
like a
while-
prison if you take all the posters off the wall.
Every once in a while, there's a man who has no shoulders that comes in. Thank you, mother.
It's a guest. Hi.
It's my mother, Mrs. Costa. Say hello.
Bringing coffee like on air.
Oh, look at that.
Say
That's
hello, mother.
awesome. All right.
But
anyway,
enough
let's get back
with
to
the
this-
emotions. This
and
is a
back
hard
to the
news show.
emotions. So lights though.
Lights though, but no. To kind of wrap, I think it's awesome to see lighting stuff like this. We saw the same thing happen during Halloween. People were putting up awesome Halloween decorations. Going pretty hard to kind of lighten the mood for when people walk around. It gives some semblance of normalcy. So,
Yeah.
Shout out to the Martell family. They also have like a Facebook page too, where they put up their times and stuff. That's
No
like
ants,
actually
right?
open to public.
A lot of them do. If there's like I think I don't know if NJ.com has produced it, but I know there's other websites that have produced like lists of like houses of like where you can go in New Jersey or your specific county of where there's like one like 10 minutes away from my house, and they have a Facebook page and a Twitter, and they always talk about it, and they always like talk about when they have like times to come and see it and everything. So yeah, this is exciting. It's exciting, especially in the year 2020. That's all.
There's
It is.
no ants on that Facebook page, right?
No,
There was actually one crawling on the table earlier.
it's a sign.
I hate that Facebook page. I hate that its existence.
And I hate
I-
that no matter what we do, we can't shake that story. Like it always comes back in some capacity.
I wanna,
It just
like-
kind of
Just like
crawls.
ants.
It crawls into your brain every
It
once
just
in a while.
annoys you like ants do.
I guess you could say it really bugs you.
Yeah, but you shouldn't.
See,
Ryan, I'm the only one that respects these puns. I'm sorry. I apologize for everyone else and their lack of taste.
See, I
all
do
good, Philippe.
want to get an update from them though at some point. I do want to like go back and like see what's going on.
They're
on
probably
the
just
page.
crawling around, just vibing.
Yeah, did anybody ever pour aluminum down your Facebook group? Just wondering. One of those art
It's-
projects.
All right, we're gonna try and stay away from the ant story. We're gonna go. I'm gonna throw it to
Good
Leslie.
luck.
Leslie, what do you got for us?
Good luck. I think Leslie has frozen.
Oh
No,
no! Again,
Leslie.
No.
The end's got her.
they poured aluminum on Leslie.
It's
No,
happened.
Leslie.
We carry on nonetheless. So she had a story. Virtual holiday party ideas. This is from Newsweek.com and MuseumHack.com. So virtual Christmas parties. We've been seeing everything goes virtual in the year 2020. Radio went virtual for a lot of us. We had at the radio station, we had a lot of events go virtual. We've seen virtual conferences, virtual family gatherings. So now you have virtual holiday parties.
Yep.
You could do a virtual Secret Santa. It's basically a list of like fun things. You can do a virtual Secret Santa. Does anybody know what the heck a white elephant is?
Yes, I do it every year with my family.
Somebody describe that to me. I
So
don't
white
know what that
elephant
Terrible
is
gift party, isn't it?
it's like so like you get a gift, but you don't necessarily get like you pick a limit, so $25-$30, and you just get a gift and you put it in the middle and you all like pick numbers out of a hat, and whoever gets number one, you pick the first gift, but you don't know what anything is.
They're
So you
all,
try
like,
to
joke gifts, right?
Yeah, and joke gifts
Oh.
or they're more general. Like sometimes like in my family we'll give like a blanket and like a Dunkin' gift card or something like that, and then you open it, and the point is you could open it and then the next person could either steal your gift or they could take it from the middle without knowing what's in the middle. So if there's something you're like, I want that gift card and that blanket right over there, you could just steal it.
Aw.
And so
So-
if you steal it, then that person has to repick a gift.
Your family does a
Yeah.
much like more wholesome family
My family
oriented.
never steals though.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, like
Exactly.
the way that it was
Oh.
explained to me was that they're also very terrible gifts
Yeah.
that you can then
No, yeah, no,
Exactly,
we do, like,
that's
fun,
what I-
creative
that's what I
things.
learned
Salad
as too.
tongs.
They're all
Oh,
like
that's
troll
awesome.
gifts, and like,
Yeah.
like I remember there was one somebody described. It was like the guy was a builder, so for the white elephant party, he got a bottle of liquor, and he welded 2 metal plates and bars on it, so there's no way to open the bottle. Like you had to break it. There was no way to open it. So
What?
it's all like
No,
troll
yeah.
gifts. and
I
joke
love
gifts.
that.
We
I
always-
love that.
Yeah, we always did like actually like useful practical gifts, or like we'd get like gift cards, we'd get like blankets and like
No, I'm with
food
Trent.
and
I
drink-
I
no,
never
yeah.
heard of it as anything wholesome.
That's that's awesome.
Leslie, you back?
We think Leslie might have
back.
rejoined us.
Share, there she is.
So,
She's
oh,
back.
We are currently talking about the lovely story you found for
Virtual
us.
holiday parties.
And we're on the
ideas.
virtual white elephant currently, and we were explaining what white elephant was to the people
Yeah.
that didn't know.
I was like, I don't know if people know what that is, but my
yeah.
family does it every year. My dad.
No, wait, Leslie. Now the real question comes: how do you guys play? Do you play with real, like, practical gifts, or do you do like, or do you like do, like no joke gifts, or like?
Okay, so my family is a mixed bunch. So we have like about like half joke gifts, but like mostly like real gifts.
See,
So, but
There
it
you go.
is like it's kind of like goofy, and if I think there's something my aunt sometimes buys backup gifts in case anyone isn't happy with the one they get, because she's just
so
like
she's
that.
very
Oh.
nice.
Now,
No,
what did we
we
all
have
learn
to
as
do
kids?
that.
You get what you get, and you don't.
you
get
don't get
upset.
upset.
Yeah.
And the thing is like all of us are adults by now, but like she's just like just in case anyone's not happy, she gets like some generic gifts.
I'd
but-
fully just buy someone coal.
Yeah.
Maybe
Smile
that
and
should be-
such a kid.
Cool.
maybe that should be in the white elephant. Someone just gets coal.
That's the white elephant right there.
Anthracite, that good stuff.
Yeah. I want to talk about the virtual bingo because Tara and I used to frequent the bingo hotspot.
We used to, and it's very fun, and it's very full of
Late at
old
night.
people that take it very seriously.
Mm-hmm.
They don't mess
That's-
around, but it
Yeah.
is super. It is super fun and like goofy if you don't take it seriously.
It's kind of like
It's a fun
you
outing.
see those guys on poker who do like world championship poker or whatever, and they got like the
Yeah.
hats and the glasses, and they're very serious. I'm
Yeah.
imagining that
No.
with bingo.
There are people
No,
that
you
fully
can have
bring
fun
like a
with it.
kit. They have like a kit. You know, they have everything
There's-
ready. They're
There's a
Paint me a picture, man. What's in the
no,
kit?
you got
What's
you
in the
got
kit?
you got
You
you
got
know
the
your-
markers.
You got the
you
stampers, you got, you know, like a little mat where you put everything down, organization, you know, you got your like little list of when what bingo would be
If
played
you,
next and the pot
if
that
you're
comes in and everything like
supersticious,
that.
you have items.
Yes, like a
Like
lucky
I saw
rabbit
some lady brought
style.
pictures of her kids.
That's so weird. That
Like,
sounds
if you don't
awesome.
do that, you
This
get
is
really
no.
far.
If you don't play competitive bingo, it may be weird. But if you're in it to win it, this is required materials.
Hey, fair
And
enough.
listeners, take notes if you're bingo enthusiasts.
If you're bingo
it's-
enthusiasts and you want to take notes.
I think Trent understands this. It's on the level of like a hockey player's superstition. Like
Yeah.
that happens if you go weekly, like we did at one point. This happens every single week. The same routines. Some people will buy the same food every single time. It's crazy. So obviously, you don't need to do that for this virtual bingo. But I think
And then Tara almost ruins everything on numerous occasions by just not being able to keep a straight face.
I thought you were going to say yelling bingo.
No, you have to.
you don't
but,
do
like,
that. You can't yell bingo if you don't get
No,
a bingo.
if you
Like it's a
value your
big
life, you
problem.
don't-
You get your
with that.
kneecaps busted. You start yelling
Right there.
bingo when you don't
Right
have
there.
it.
But seriously, like bingo is fun. I will say, we play it a lot with my little cousin, and I think virtual bingo is a good way to keep in touch with people and just have something fun to do. Like as much as you can play video games and watch movies all the time, having a little bit something different, is fun. Maybe even incorporate prizes into it. If someone gets bingo, they can get something nice. Obviously,
Yeah.
not like an eraser or a pencil
Dude.
like you get in school, but
No, I was gonna say my family, we always do we do a movie quiz every year. So we all watch a Christmas movie, and then like someone makes a quiz, usually it's me, and I make the quiz, and then we get prizes, and we do that for that. We do a pass around game, and I think that's the fun way to like make things a little more active on Christmas, especially when maybe people are on home on Zoom. A lot of these things can be done virtually. There's things like Kahoot, there's sites like that where you could do trivia and things like that. So
Yeah,
Leslie, did you have
definitely.
anything else to say to wrap
Yeah,
up?
Leslie,
your
what else? What else
segment?
we got to wrap up?
Yeah, I mean, there's some other ideas that were on the list. One of them was like a gingerbread house competition, like who makes the best one. Someone judges that.
Oh, I'd floor all of you guys.
So cute.
I have never seen a gingerbread house. I don't think they exist.
What?
they're a myth.
What?
They're a figment of your imagination.
That
You're there.
They don't exist.
So what do you think? They only exist in like Rudolph
Can I-
or something? Like
No.
Never
they
in
just don't
my
exist.
life have I heard this.
hold on. Is Annabelle? If Annabelle is here, can I fire Kenny? Is that a thing I can do? How have you never heard of a gingerbread house?
No. I've
Your
never
gift to the
seen one.
station?
Like in real life, you've never seen one.
Never seen one. They don't
Crazy.
exist.
And make one.
Make one.
You could buy a kit at ShopRite. I'm pretty sure.
yeah, like
Yeah.
what?
I can attest to it. I
Kenny,
work-
have you never made a gingerbread house?
Kenny, that's your homework for the holidays.
The yeah.
Come
and
to
we
the
all
next
collect
buzz.
pictures. So
I
Pictures.
require pictures.
I want like a Tarantino style, just like you get those crazy crane shots of the gingerbread.
You want violence too, just like him?
Yeah, I want to see
God.
like I want to see someone just like kick the gingerbread house because we know he has a very
Well,
specific taste.
Yeah, he's
I won't go
got
any further.
some- we can't go any further with that one.
I
But
see-
he has some, we'll say, unique tastes.
Yeah, we see.
Um,
I see ugly sweater dress up on this. I feel like we could just put
Yes.
on a Rangers jersey and we'll be good to go.
Shout out to the office team, by the way. Speaking of like doing everything virtual, they've been
Oh,
killing
yeah.
it with virtual events.
The just keeping up stuff like the newsletter, keeping up things like the social media posts and the social media team. It's been fantastic.
We
Everyone's been
got
on
a
the ball.
pretty banging newsletter. I think it's on the website right now. It's the
Oh,
what is it,
yeah.
November, December newsletter.
Believe so.
So yeah, it's pretty sweet. You check it out if you're
Newsletter's
interested.
hot fire.
WMSCradio.com.
check it out even if you're not interested, because it's really good.
If you don't check it out, I'll be outside your door staring at you. Social distancing. Just staring at you.
Just stare. Prolonged eye
Just-
contact. All right, we're gonna move on. We got Thomas Nera, the guy we definitely didn't steal away from Montclair, and he's here.
He's in a
resident
better place now.
entertainment
Stop it.
expert.
Quick, take the bag off his head so he
I
can
work
talk.
in both places, and I love both equally. You guys are awesome.
Exactly.
Uh,
Thomas,
there's
what we got going on in the world of entertainment, man?
I would just like to preface this with saying, Kenny, I've never made a gingerbread house either in my life.
Thank you.
He's from the
I-
Montclarian, you know.
I believe in their existence, though. I've seen pictures and such.
They're depraved over there. They don't like. They never had gingerbread. They don't like.
No.
Yeah.
Tara George just keeps them like locked down until the paper's done, and then
It's
just
a
lets
cave.
them escape home.
It's just a cave in there.
Yeah, she doesn't let us have bread in general, so gingerbread.
Yikes.
Just kidding, Tara, if you're listening, I love you. So with the holiday season in full swing and only a week left until Christmas Day, it seems like everywhere you look, you can't escape Christmas movies, Christmas specials, holiday specials in general. So I thought to end this semester, I thought I'd mix up and just share some of the things that I'll be looking out for on TV for the next week. Some of my favorite movies and specials for the holiday season. One being, of course, Elf, which is one of my favorite Christmas movies ever. The 2003 Christmas comedy stars Will Ferrell as Buddy, an eccentric but different elf in Santa's workshop. And he learns that he's adopted and is actually a human, a full-size, like 6-foot-tall human. Learning that his biological father is a businessman in New York City and is on the naughty list, Buddy decides to venture to the city to meet his dad and to teach him the true meaning of Christmas while spreading a whole lot of holiday cheer along the way. Now, I love a good Will Ferrell comedy, and this might be one of his best works yet. And it's a rare holiday film from Ferrell that's actually safe for the whole family, considering a lot of the movies he has in his filmography.
Considering you're my boy, Blue.
Considering, and his charming and hilarious performance as Buddy the Elf is supported by a cast made up of the likes of James Caan, Zooey Deschanel, Bob Newhart, Ed Asner, Peter Dinklage, and just overall, everyone loves Elf. I don't know a single person who hasn't seen it. Another film I'll be looking out for, I get some weird looks for, but I love The Polar Express. Okay, so it's already divided in here.
Okay, see you later.
What's wrong with the
That's
Polar
been
Express?
it from Thomas. Thank you for tuning in.
Hold on, Tara. Do you not like the Polar Express?
What is there not to like about that movie?
First off, that song is an abomination.
Okay, I'm gonna agree with Tara on this one. I've seen the Polar Express. It's an okay movie, but like I don't know why people obsess over it. Like,
So I watched
don't think
it.
it's
I
that
watched
good.
it again last night, and I was literally just appreciating. I'd never taken the time to appreciate. I was just appreciating how well written and like beautifully animated. It's a phenomenal movie, and I don't trust anyone who.
I'm so sick of
Can't
that
even say that
song.
with a straight face.
That song is so like annoying.
The song is horrible. The
Which
animation
song
is
are we
actually
talking about?
terrifying.
Believe,
I've
isn't
never
it
seen
Believe?
it.
Also, like
Oh,
hate
no.
children's laughter and similar positive things.
I've
been
never
known.
seen the film. I've never seen the film.
What
My-
of it?
my girlfriend is very much a big fan of the movie and is like, you need to watch this with me at least once during the holidays. And I'm like, okay.
You've never seen the Polar Express?
Nah, never.
Do you believe in gingerbread houses?
What?
Yes.
What is happening?
It's like not even like an active malicious intent in not watching it. I just
Never
haven't
seen it. I
never
remember
seen
when
it.
I was a kid having oh gosh, what was it? It was like elementary school. We'd have Polar Express Day
Yeah.
during
Wait,
the
I
holidays.
remember that.
Me
Yeah,
too.
you
Yeah,
put, like,
and
hot
everybody would
chocolate
show
in.
up to school,
Yeah.
wearing pajamas, get hot
everyone's
chocolate,
school-
sit in front of
Yo,
those
your
old,
school was awesome.
like dinosaur TVs,
Yeah.
throw
My
it
school
into the
did that too.
VHS.
So did
I'm
my
sorry.
school. Did everyone's school have a Polar Express Day that we don't?
no,
I think
So
that might
I will
just
say
be
that
Phillips.
Newark.
no.
That might just be
Phillips.
Newark. Newark's a little bit different.
Okay, so me, Ryan, and Amanda are all connected before
Yeah.
college. We had no
There you
idea.
go.
Exactly. All right, what
Um,
else we got, Thomas?
Well, I'll also be looking out for the Charlie Brown Christmas special. There we go. That's something we can all
Didn't-
agree on.
Didn't Apple like buy it?
They did.
Didn't they consume like all Charlie Brown content?
They did, but because of the backlash they received for it, they actually decided that they were going to work with PBS to air it on PBS. But it already happened December 13th. But
I bet half of
Uh,
that backlash was from me, man. I was livid.
Sometimes you got to cyberbully corporations and conglomerates into giving us what we want.
I'd
Yeah.
argue
Except that
you
also I
always
know-
have to bully them.
I did
Exactly.
know, at least for the Halloween one or the Thanksgiving one, I don't know if it was they did it for Christmas. There was a day where you could go for 2 days on the Apple trial and just watch it for like 2 days without paying or
They
something.
did. That was December 11th through 13th. But if you're like me and don't have an Apple TV Plus account or missed it on PBS, just do a free trial and then just cancel that real quick after you're done watching. 'Cause
That's how I
found-
watched Hamilton.
There you go. And I thought, because I always talk about music as well, I thought I'd end it just on a note about music of what my favorite holiday song of all time is. My favorite holiday song of all time is "Last Christmas" by Wham. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of most Christmas songs, but "Last Christmas" isn't like other Christmas songs. It's catchy,
Well, it's not a Christmas song. I'm so sorry to interrupt. It's
called Last Christmas. What do you mean?
It is fully.
It's a sad love story that happens to take place on Christmas Eve.
What
Wait,
say that about like makes it a Christmas
song? That's like
that makes
saying,
it a Christmas song.
That's like saying Die Hard isn't a Christmas movie.
It's totally not. Oh my God,
Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Wait, Thomas. I have a quick question though for you.
Yes.
Did you watch the movie? I actually just watched it for the first time like 2 days ago on the snow day. That movie Last Christmas. Did you get to watch it?
With Emilia Clarke and
yeah.
I have not.
Yeah, it was interesting. I don't know. I was
It's super depressing.
It is super depressing, but I wanted to get your thoughts on it. So, but you haven't seen it, so there you go.
I'm sorry, but I do like sad stuff. So if it is sad, I'll probably love it. But Last Christmas, like I said, it's catchy. Its lyrics about heartbreak are somewhat melancholy. So I love sad songs.
It's George Michael.
And it's George Michael. Come on. Thank you, Philippe.
Like, you can't get better than that. I will say, as much as I love All I Want for Christmas by Mariah, I do really like the MCR cover, only because it's different.
Yeah.
Get a little bit of difference.
There was an MCR cover.
There is, and it is better.
I need to hear that.
I won't say it's better because I like both. I like the MCR version just because it's different.
I like the MCR version because it's not overplayed like
exactly.
I work in a Target. I cannot stress how much I hear that song.
I used to work in a Justice, in a Justice, like that tween girl store. They played 7 different versions of All I Want for Christmas.
Even at the bank I worked at, we had the radio on, and you'd hear it at least 2-3 times a day when I used to work there. So I yeah, go ahead there.
No, I was just saying. Apparently, my mic level's still not playing nice. So I will now be holding the microphone like Wine Mom holds a glass of
Chardonnay.
And if
so
I'm not,
this is just what's happening now.
And if I'm not mistaken, Tara and Philippe, you talked about this on the Tuesday Buzz this week about Mariah Carey's "All I Want for Christmas," right?
She gets that paycheck. She gets those royalties every single Christmas season.
I wonder how much
comes around
The
Mariah's like,
smartest
time
thing
for a new house.
Yeah, exactly.
The smartest thing an artist can do is make a Christmas song because it's guaranteed. If it's any good, it's guaranteed to play every year.
Something we didn't cover was actually Michael Bublé and his Christmas album, and he has several Christmas albums that he's put out, and it's Michael Bublé. He's a very I won't want to say boring person. He's a very nice person. He's approachable. So whenever you hear like sleigh bells ring, are you listening? When he does that, like it's like, all right, you're good. You're good.
Sounds like they told someone on like the X Factor to impersonate Frank Sinatra and sign them.
Yeah, exactly. If you're listening, Simon Cowell, I will impersonate anyone in the Rat Pack, with mediocrity levels, and just give me that paycheck.
Show me your Sammy Davis Jr. right now.
That one I can't do off the top of my head.
Come on, man.
I really can't. Like it's
false promises to people out here.
No, I'm making false promises to Simon Cowell. There's a difference.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, you.
Sorry, Simon.
Sure, he has that happen a lot.
Yeah, I'm sure. All right, Thomas. You got anything else? What else?
No, that's it. Just thought I'd talk about my favorite holiday entertainment things.
Absolutely. What do we all? We got like a couple more minutes before we're gonna wrap. But what do y'all usually watch during the holiday season? I've said this 1,000 times, but I love Merry Happy Whatever on Netflix.
I want to get a copy of the Star Wars Christmas special to watch it.
Oh, that is okay. So that is a nightmare and a fever dream.
I want to experience it at least once in my life.
It is an experience that you will not forget.
Have you seen it?
I have.
The whole thing.
I've seen.
How bad is it?
I think I've seen the whole thing. All I remember is like the only thing I remember from it, because I think I blacked out for the rest of it basically. But it was like it's like in my repressed memory. All I remember is like Chewbacca and his Chewbacca family like picking up the phone like to answer the Christmas special or something. Yeah, it's weird. It gets real weird.
It's just like Chewie casually just like, oh, phone.
Yeah, Chewie's got a family.
It's a life day, as they call it in Star Wars.
It's something.
I need to watch that.
You really do. It is on the level of bad as The Room. It's so bad you just have to watch it.
It has a 2.1 out of 10 on IMDb.
And I feel like that's generous. That is very
I feel like
generous.
at least 1.1 of those stars is just because it's Star Wars.
Yeah,
George Lucas.
absolutely.
Well, my favorite Christmas movie to watch is Home Alone.
Yeah.
That's New Jersey's favorite.
I've never seen Home Alone.
What is
never
up with the
seen Home
people in this
Alone?
call?
Never seen Home Alone. What? Tell me about it. What's the?
Wait,
it's a
Annabella,
kid.
Annabella.
It's a
As
kid
a-
who's like neglected.
We need
As
to
like
pull.
a
He's home
transitioning
alone
producer, can I like
on
kick him off
Christmas.
this call?
we're gonna pull Annabella in here actually real quick. Annabella, our wonderful station general manager, she slipped her way into the call.
As she normally does.
As she
It's the
normally
beginning
does.
of it's the beginning of my vacation, which I am so excited. But I couldn't miss the last bus, especially knowing that is Ryan's last bus as a student and Philippe's last bus as a student. So I couldn't just miss it, even though I'm on vacation. I still kicked myself out of bed. I was like, let me just join in, even if it's a little bit late.
Yeah, don't worry, Annabella. We won't be out of your hair. We won't be out of your hair.
Don't worry.
Stop it.
Annabella,
I was here to make sure you're out of my hair. I'm kidding.
I've been making this joke for years that Annabella has always been trying to find a way to keep me from coming into studio. Well, you finally did it, Annabella. All I had to do was graduate.
You see, if I had it my way, and I know it's not the right thing, I would fail your classes. So you guys have to.
No, I mean,
and you know what?
Podcast production.
I could have, but I didn't.
But
just letting you know, the thought crossed my mind. Just letting
you know.
A little finger over the F.
Yeah.
Oh, Adam has
Maybe.
tried that with a few students, you guys. Yeah, I'm telling you, I would if I could. You know, it's just tough. But I always say this: you guys are training me for perhaps the harder transition that a parent deals with, which is when the kid goes off to college.
Yeah.
You're training me to say goodbye and be like, okay, I have to let them go. Let them.
It's just a traumatic experience every year. Well, every semester, I would say.
It is every semester. It's just tough.
Yeah, it's been very fun, and I know especially during a pandemic, it's been difficult. But I think we've always had a good team here at WMSC overall, and just in general, specifically now with Ryan and Amanda heading the Morning Buzz, it's been great. You know, again, Amanda mentioned it. I've never met either of you in person. I think I saw Ryan in person once when we first started the in-studio stuff because he came in to make sure everything was all kosher, and that's literally been the most of my physical interactions with him. But just y'all are on the ball. You were always on the ball, man. You were always putting everything together. You know, I knew that if I were to reach out for you to figure something out, it'd be all good. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what else to say about you. You've been fantastic, dude.
It's, you know what? I could not, and I keep saying this, I keep telling y'all, but I could not have done any of it without the help of everybody who does the show. Because, like, listen, can I come in and host 5 days a week? No, but I can do 4 days a week only because one of my classes won't let me come in on Wednesdays. But it wouldn't be nearly as good because we wouldn't have the awesome cast of people that we have. We wouldn't have all the awesome hosts. You know, I may be able to host a show, sure, but I can never make the kinds of like jokes and just epic back and forth that, you and Tara have. On Tuesday, I can't do the crazy like fun sports jokes that like Trent and George Jamgochin was able to do before he went into treatment.
Sportscaster Ben was fantastic when he jumped in halfway into the semester.
Yeah, Ben, I love Ben.
Like, it's just every time I'm waiting for that just cover, wrap up with Monday Night Football, and it's like I'm excited for it. He brings the energy, he brings it all. But you were saying
it's just, you're right. It's something that, sure. I show up in my sweatpants half the time, sit in the background and make sure nothing catches on fire. That's what I like to say I do. But the show wouldn't be able to run without y'all, and without Annabella keeping us all in line, and without Adam dealing with all our technical, problems. And so it's been an awesome semester. It's been an honor working with everybody, not just this semester, not just during 2020, but also just, throughout my, what has it been now, Annabella, 2.5 years at the station, something like that.
Yeah, 2.5 years. I have to say, like, the first impression I got of Ryan was he brought like these donuts on a Monday, and he's like, Annabella, you want a donut, right? Like, and so every Monday he would come in and do the show with donuts. And I was like, this guy.
That was
like,
when nobody at the station knew who I was. So before people knew my name or my show, they knew me as, hey, it's that guy who brings in donuts on Monday.
No, but
that's
you know
not
what?
a bad thing to be known as.
Exactly.
No, it was a good thing. So I think that I'm excited for your journeys ahead. You can probably, I'm going to bet that within like a week, Ryan's going to be on air. He's going to be interning at Volume. Sam, so that's gonna be awesome. Amanda will be there, although she's still with us. And
don't kick me out yet, Annabelle.
Yeah. So everyone from here at 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair, there's
Ooh, she beat me to it.
Yeah, there you go. So I am excited for your journey, and I congratulate you in your well-deserved success and finishing school strong.
Well, thank you, Annabella. It has been.
Don't make me cry.
I won't make you cry on air. Maybe off air if we'll get some tears in. But that said, we do still have some Morning Buzz content coming up each day to Christmas. We have the 12-day countdown to Christmas. If you want to stay tuned, if you have nothing to do, feel free to tune in to right about now. After the show, we're going to be airing Day 7, which is Jack Bartek and Ben Petruk, two awesome sports guys at the station. They're going to be talking about the top 7 best sports moments of 2020. So thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for joining me today. And I guess for the last time, I will say, in case you just woke up or just tuned in, sorry, it's the end of the show. You missed it, but you can always catch it again later from YouTube and Facebook. I hope you all have a wonderful day and a wonderful, wonderful holiday. Adam, thank you for dealing with us. You can take us out.